All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV live stream. Shouts out to the LDBC. Salute to 8 Weapons. He rap midlife music. And let's get into this video, you guys, to talk about it, man. This situation, I told y'all that this was going down. I told people that this was going to happen, man. Everybody was, oh, man, Giannis is going to demand a trade. No, he's not, dog. I told y'all he wasn't going anywhere, bro. You guys come in here and argue all the time with me about stuff. I told y'all Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't going nowhere. He going to retire a Milwaukee Buck. He not built like the rest of them punks. Period. And now the reporters come out that Giannis is staying in Milwaukee. Can I get my bread? Because a lot of y'all was running y'all mouth telling me, hey, Giannis is gone, Ticket. He's out of there, bro. He ain't built like y'all, the nigga y'all praise. He not built like LeBron James, nigga. He not built like KD and them. I told y'all, Giannis cut different. Giannis went to his social media right before all this stuff happened and put up a post that says, win for the Cream City. That let y'all know right there that he wasn't going nowhere. That's the media that hyped this stuff up. To the brother who said, what report? What you mean, what report, bro? From NBA reporter Jake Fisher, bro. Just put it out, man. Giannis ain't going nowhere, bro. And I've been told y'all this. You dudes come in here arguing all the time. Think y'all know everything. That dude, the homie from the Miami Heat zone. Oh, Giannis come to Miami. I said that nigga ain't going nowhere, bro. Giannis going to the Knicks. He ain't going nowhere, dog. I told y'all them niggas was gonna try to trade lame dollar. Y'all niggas didn't want to listen to me. Then this nigga get hurt. Giannis Antetokounmpo is staying with the Bucks, and I respect him. He not doing what the rest of these chumps doing. I respect that nigga, man. I respect that nigga to the utmost. It's hard to go against the peer pressure in this era and stay 10 toes down and stay with your team. It's hard to do that. It's easy to jump off ship and go ride with somebody else. It's easy to do that. It's hard to stay 10 toes down. What's good? What up, homie?
Man, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. He leaving.
All right, man. Eat a dick. Next. 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 Nigga will come in here capping. Nigga, I don't got time for that shit, bro. These niggas all hoes. Oh, he leaving, man. He gonna leave, Ticket, man. And nigga hit me up all this time. Hey, nigga, yeah, what's up, nigga? That nigga Giannis, he just like the rest of them. I said, no, he not, you bitch ass nigga. He ain't going nowhere. Eat a fat one, nigga. Next troll, please stand up. Please stand up to the next troll. I told y'all this. Ain't no Giannis is content with a hospital ring, nigga. Shut your ass up. He don't take the shortcuts like them bitches y'all niggas praise. He gonna go back through the grind and go get it again. You niggas love niggas that take shortcuts. Don't want to go through the grind. I can't stand y'all niggas, man. James, what up, man?
Salute, big dog. Long time no see.
Man, why them niggas hate a nigga who's standing on 10 toes, bro?
Hey, that's why I just texted in the chat. Like, Greek standing on business. Like, certain people know only way I'm gonna get my respect in any era, any league, no matter what time frame you playing in, is you stand up and be a man and don't run from adversity. A lot of these new era people, it's built for them to run through adversity. I understand it's a player empowerment league, but sometimes you got to put yourself to the challenge. You got to want to make yourself great by you must look. I'm gonna stand here and fight through the fire. A lot of people ain't gonna do that though, because you got to think about it. The AAU, social media, these fans are getting on these social media platforms and put pressure on some of these players. When even though these people like you supposed to set a precedent for the fans. Like, all right, I know y'all want me to do this. I know y'all feel like I should do that. But I think this is my best interest. This way I think is gonna give me a better chance to win. And I think the Bucks have did a great job for us mixing and matching. Now that Dame Dollar piece, I told y'all I would have never did that. They tried to get him to go to Miami and all this. Man, we ain't doing all that, man. You got to stand 10 toes down and fight through that fire, man. And I like what Giannis doing. He's setting the precedent right now. He gonna set the ball high if he do this for the
They're gonna
younger
make some. They're
people.
gonna have to make some. That means they're making some big moves. But see, Dame getting hurt messed them up. They can't even move that nigga right now, unless the team say, "Nah, I take that nigga off you," and it would just, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the hard part, James. So everybody that's listening, man, I salute Giannis, man. That's a real nigga, man. That nigga standing 10 toes. He ain't jump ship. He ain't running from the smoke. Not a lot of cats is doing that, bro. Not a lot of cats is moving like that. Not a lot of cats is moving with honor and dignity and morals and ethics. They not. Period. So when you got a dude that is moving like that, when you got a dude that's not taking shortcuts, when you got a dude that want to go through the grind, that's taking his L's like a man and not running like the whole media want him to do, bro, I respect that to the highest order. It's easy for a nigga to get up and go hightail it, and then y'all come in here talking about some, oh man, Giannis really don't want to win. What you mean he don't want to win?
No, they gave him opportunities to make it to the process. It ain't like he missing the playoffs with the pieces. Like I think that Kevin Porter trade that solidified a lot of stuff too, because at least you trying to help put talent around him so he can be competitive and compete for a championship at the end of the day. I don't
Right.
think you should just get up and run because you ain't winning this year. Like I tell people, man, you know how hard it is to win one. For you to go out there and stack the deck and still get your ass whooped like that, you might as well stay the course and so you could get the recognition the right way. So with that being said, I respect Giannis on this move. I think that Kevin Porter trade, if they could find some way to get off Dame Dollar and give him those minutes, Kevin Porter younger, he played better defense, and he not scared to take those shots. He aggressive tagging the basket. You know what I mean? So that can be a little stepping stone for him too, and they still have solid pieces around them. So let's see if they go
I,
out there and free agents and hit on a couple of more picks and you know, draft well, whatever. It's all about putting around. Like people say, Giannis ain't got no bag, but shit, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can't stop him from doing what he's doing. He's still giving you 30 and 12, 28 and 12. You just need to keep try to put pieces around him. That Drew Holiday was a big mix up because now you done gave him another championship away for us. You see what he did with Boston. So what makes you
I
think
would
he
hold
ain't
on,
doing?
James. Why you say that? I would try to go back and get him, and I would try to
Ain't
sign.
he a free agent?
Nah, but I would try to go back and get him in a trade with the Celtics. But I would go back and try to sign. I would also try to sign Steven Adams in free agency
Hey,
because you're gonna
I'm glad
lose.
you
You're
brought
gonna
that up.
lose. You're gonna lose uh, Lopez. So I would try to sign Steven Adams in free agency and then have a deal to try to go get back Drew Holiday, and then let Drew Holiday play beside the other young guy you just said, Porter. You don't need no world beater team. The OKC showing you if you put the right type of team together, bro, you can win. Them niggas got a bunch of role players and guys that play their role, bro. So if you do
Hey,
that
that's
right,
what I was saying. Look at that
but
championship team that the Bucks had won. What that was 21. That team wasn't stacked. It was just it was complementary pieces that what they needed to fit around Giannis. So you going back and get Drew Holiday, you getting another big man in Steven Adams, a low budget, like where you ain't got to pay him all that money. He's still gonna do the same thing Brooke Lopez did. You ain't got to worry about him stretching the floor for shooting threes or whatever. That might be a problem, but fuck a 3-point error, dog.
they got
Build
enough
your
shooting on their team though. You gotta get
that,
Gary Trent back and bring back the white boy back, the young white boy that was hitting the threes.
what the
You know
name
what
is
I'm saying?
McCullum.
Nah, the white boy who's hitting the threes. I forget his name, man. How his name slip off my tongue? The white boy that was hitting all them threes for him, the little short white dude that was
So
coming
you
that
think?
jump. That nigga
I,
was hitting threes from everywhere, nigga.
I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name too. I definitely know who you're talking about because that nigga
Yeah,
was scorching hot. But let me ask you a question.
but
Dame Dollar fit the Celtics way better for as bagging up threes, as far as the system style. So why not send him over there to get Drew Holiday back?
now I agree with you, bro. That's a good move. You know what I'm saying? That's a good move. Like I said before, man. I just feel like they got to get off Dame. I don't feel like
Is that
Dame is their
injury gonna hamper Dame?
him and Giannis supposed to have the best pick and roll in the league, and that shit wasn't even nowhere close. That lets you know right there that they wasn't a good match. So to me, like I said before, They can make sneaky moves. You can go in free agency, make a move. I would try to go get Drew Holiday back because I think the Celtics gonna make big moves this summer. So I would
But
go get Drew
they
Holiday.
got $200-300 contracts on there. So how they gonna sign and keep all them people without
No, you're
somebody
not
not having
hearing
to
me. You're
take?
not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I'm talking about you can go get Drew Holiday back. Him and Dame, they making close to the same money.
That's what I was asking. That because I'm saying I'm looking at the two contracts that Jalen Brown and Tatum taking up. You mean to tell me you wouldn't do that trade right now? And then, like I say, I think they ain't fit their style because they jack up a lot of threes anyway. So send him over there. Give me Drew Holiday back. You could take a pick, whatever. I just need Drew Holiday back. I know Drew Holiday and Kevin Porter in that backcourt is a way better upgrade than what they had. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I see somebody in the comment section. I think I talked about that shit with 7-8 a while back. I would go get KD if I was the Bucks. I would try to go get that nigga. Them niggas talking
But
about they want a pick though. I don't know what type of picks the Bucks got, but I damn sure would try to get my hands on that type of pick and go get a nigga like KD because Giannis's window is now. I'm sure you're trying to win now. So if I couldn't do what I just said with Holiday and those guys, I'm making a different move. I'm trying to go get my hands on one of them big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
so what kind of players that you have to give up to get a nigga like KD?
No, they want picks back. So
Oh,
what I'm saying is, I would try to flip some of those players into picks to get them a stash of picks and a solid guy. Like I would send them Dame. If they want Dame, I'll send them niggas Dame. They need a point guard.
so so you think Dame and Booker are be a bet? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a that would be a dynamic backcourt as far as scoring the ball. If Dame comes back from his injury, right?
That's what I was
But
about to ask you too.
but
Didn't
for
Dame
me,
just have
you would
Achilles or
have to.
something?
Yeah, but for me, I would flip if I had to flip one of those other guys to get a solid pick. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be if I had to flip a Kuzma and somebody else to get a first round a pick, shit, I would do it. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
don't
know,
think Kuzma was the problem though.
he was the problem. That nigga ain't doing shit, bro. That nigga Kuzma fell off bad, bro. That nigga went to Washington. That nigga got sorry, man. And that shit crazy, bro.
I'm just saying, like if you put a dude like Kuzma around a Giannis, defensive minded type player, work ethic at the top of the chart. I think he could get him back to at least playing decent basketball. And then you gotta think about it, that trade came in the middle of the year. Normally they take a dude at least more than that much time to get gelled and acclimated into the offense and what your role gonna be, what you need me to do as far as buying into the system. So I knowing Kuz and how we came up watching him for the Lakers, 18 points a game, becoming a champion, playing that type of role. I think him and Kevin Porter can gel just as well if they just get the minutes like in the time to really like get acclimated into that offensive scheme. Now with Doc running, I don't know what he trying to do with that team. It has yet to be seen because people be hard on him because of those 3-1 leads. And I can honestly say I've seen a couple of Milwaukee games this year where Doc played Dame too long. You could have went with other people, especially like a Kevin Porter who shows you defensive upside. He wasn't scared of the offensive moment. So if you go younger, and that's why Dame probably popped his Achilles, stretching him at the age that he is, the years that he done played. You could have went deep off what I'm saying into your bench. And I put that more on training and coaching. Like, what is y'all doing over there for us? Is y'all getting these dudes right? Y'all like how they talk about the Miami culture. No,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all had the same type of work ethic, keeping these dudes in shape, keeping them on their toes. I ain't saying run them in the ground like Tibbs type coach, but just trying to get the best out of the players that you do have. I think by Kuz giving them a full year, I think he'll put up way better numbers in defensive, stats than he gave in the time that he had because he didn't have enough time to get acclimated into that offense. That's just my opinion and my assessment from looking on the outside. From on the outside, I just don't feel like I would give up on him because of that. And what Cool's like 6'8", 6'9", he could bring the
Mm-hmm.
ball up. I really like
Yeah,
him.
but James, man, that nigga ain't the same, bro. Something wrong with that nigga, bro.
Well, it could be that he could, you see, dying his head wearing all these weird ass clothes. It could be that. Fuck, I don't know. I'm
Man,
just
that nigga, something happened with that nigga since he been with the Wizards, man. That nigga whole shit fell off, man.
Look,
Like,
listen, everybody shit fall out with the Wizards. Look at Jordan Poole.
no, I'm just saying though, like his game, man, like that nigga ain't the same no more, man. Like he
And
used to
then
be.
when you not
Like,
in a position to win and play for championships, niggas go out there for stats and numbers. I'm gonna put up these numbers so I get my money. I'm gonna do this to keep my money coming in. People not gonna take it to that next level because they know they ain't got a chance to win. And I don't like that. I'm not agreeing with that style, but when you go to teams like that, man, nigga ain't trying to. Nigga know you ain't about to win nothing. So why would I go out here and be running hard? You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. I'm not built like that. I'm built different. But that's just the way of the new era.
right. Yeah, I'm with you on that, dog. I'm definitely with you on that, bro. Hey
So
James,
I
hey
think
James.
Giannis, I think Giannis could get in right, and then in addition to bringing back Drew Holiday, you go pick up a Steven Adams. They still got a couple of solid pieces around. They got Prince. You signed Gary Trent back. You I'm saying like you got pieces that you can like look forward to and be like, all right, I got this solidified. I got the base. I build the foundation. Now let's just add to the sheetrock. Let's put the roof on there. Let's put the shingles. You go with central air. You go with old school ACs. You still got air. So I don't think Giannis game a hamper nobody because his playing style is his playing style. And I think by him doing that drive to the basket, kicking out, I think he'll make everybody else around him better.
Hey James, look, let me shift to this. And I got a phone call. But I want you to cook on this. How you feel about game one, bro?
What at the finals?
Yeah, man. I want to hear you cook on that. Go ahead and cook on that. I'm gonna let you cook real quick. I gotta take this phone call.
All right, go ahead. I got it. I'm gonna hold it down. Man, the only thing I was in and out of game one, and then OKC being a team that they was up big 15. I was surprising that they lost the game, but great shot by Halliburton or whatever his name is. The Pacers, they look like they the only team to come back from 15 points down since 1998. They say it was a record in the playoffs. So they hungry too. They're a young team. They could go deep just as well as OKC. Only thing I don't like about OKC, I seen this throughout the playoffs. And then with game one, they played with their food. They lost by missing free throws. What that was, game six, they did the same thing. Just bad shot selections, just pressing, trying to knock them out. But I really believe if OKC play their style and just play their game, they could beat these people. I got OKC winning. I just don't know how many games it's gonna take because Indiana is a feisty team. Like they really lock down and they play team ball. And for this Halliburton thing, he don't score a lot of points like a Dame Little or whatever. He more of a floor general, but if they need him to score, you can see he can put that bitch in a basket and he can knock those shots down. They say he one of the most clutch players, one of the clutch players in the playoff this year. The numbers don't lie. They like to go off numbers. So OKC gonna have to make adjustments. I don't see how they lost that game because, like I said, I I caught a little of the second quarter and the third quarter, but I was in and out. I was in and out. I ain't sit there and watch the whole game. And like I said, when they went up by 15, I just knew it was fucking over. To be honest with you, but that just goes to show you how hungry Indiana is. Them dudes is not about to lay down because they're down by 15 or 20. That come from great coaching. Rick Carlisle is one of the top echelon coaches in this league, and he know how to make adjustments as well. He not about to burn these players out. He gonna go to the next man, next man, next man, next man up mentality, and that's what made him dangerous as a Dallas coach. They came back and beat that team with the super team. So he have coaching like tangibles where he can. I can get us over the hump even if we down by 15 or 20. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. That's good for the league. People talking about it's a boring finals. I don't believe that shit. I just want to see some good basketball. Joy, yeah? I just want to see some good basketball, to be honest with you. I'm not about to sit up there and act like this not a good finals because there's two teams we never saw, two teams never won a championship. It's time for some new blood. This is the face of the league going forward. These young dudes. Holla, holla. Then it's different. Like, we see the same superstars in the finals. Like the last few years has been different champions, never been a repeat champion. So we just looking to see who's gonna take that throne and solidify themselves and stamp themselves as one of the great teams of this era. And with the picks that OKC got and how they've been doing it, we can't knock what they have become and where they came from. Same thing with Indiana. They taking other people garbage, turning into treasure. You know what I mean? So I think this a way more balanced. I know the star names ain't there because they're young players, but don't look at it like that. Look at this. This is upcoming teams. Then you got to think about this. OKC was number one 2 years back to back, and every year they done growed and took a step. Now this year was probably one of the hardest playoffs that they had to, navigate through. Game sevens. Oh, Denver got the experience and this and that, but OKC answered the call, bro. And you can't accept. I mean, you have to accept like this what we got right now. And I don't knock it. I like it, me, bro. Like I say, two hungry teams never won it. That's gonna make basketball great again to me. Because you got two teams that's fighting for their first championship. And I think either one of these teams can walk off and win out. Can they repeat? Can they keep the core together to fight again? I see a lot of things that go wrong with the NBA because a lot, like Ticket said, a lot of these players feel that pressure and they won't run and go help their little partner, the AAU boy, they crying, come over here. You can help me, I can get your money over here. Your game's supposed to get your money for you. You feel what I'm saying? Not because who you know. It's like a job, man. It ain't what you know no more, it's who you know. So if you could go to school and go get all these degrees. But shit, if you don't know a nigga to pull an application, nigga, you just asked out. Nigga, you still working the same job you was, waiting for a little break to come through, I guess. But I done been through all type of situations in life. So that let me know I can relate to what I'm saying right now for these young dudes. And these young dudes not scared of these old veteran teams that stacking the deck. Oh, somebody need Luke. Oh, you need Django. This and that. Nah, man, we gonna fight through the draft. We're gonna pick right. We're gonna fill our needs. We're gonna hit the free agency market. Whoever want to be here, part of this team, this organization, or this winning culture, we have one. We're gonna just keep building and try to do it the right way. Whoever thought Indiana and the Thunder would be in this position? Dean was playing the championship. How young these teams is. So that let you know. I always told y'all the league is in a great place, man. We don't have to keep pushing and talking about the same old ass superstars all the time. Cause these young dudes, they feel that pressure. They hear what y'all talking about. They see it as well. So they feel like, nigga, I made it to the NBA too. I put my pants on just like you. So I'm not about to back down and lay down. Look what Indiana did Cleveland. Cleveland was the favorite. They've been number one the whole season. But you can't tell. You know what I mean? People pick Cleveland, I pick Cleveland. And I ain't gonna always get that every answer right on every test. I don't always make 100, but I'm gonna pass that bitch eventually. So at the end of the day, I just like what I see. And guess what? It's time to pass it. It's time to pass it down to these young dudes. I want all these young dudes that's the face of the league of their team, the LaMelos, the trades, you know what I mean? They already done traded Luka, the Shades, the Jokers and the Giannis of the world. Man, stand 10 toes down, man. Stand on business. Don't run from that smoke. Inhale it. And this is what people got to think about too. People talking about the finals. Nobody ain't watching it. It's at an all-time low. Shit, I remember when they did have superstars in that motherfucker. The highest finals that we always had was still in '98. That 1998 finals, man, that is still like one of the top records in the league. And how many years that's been? About to be 30 years, damn near. Almost 40 years. Come on, man. And we still talking about the 1998 finals is one of the most watched finals ever because people won't watch greatness. Right now, what we seeing from these young teams is greatness, to be honest with you. They fought through a lot of adversity. Nobody didn't expect them to be there. They counted them out the whole year. Oh, all thing I heard about OKC, oh, they did this last year. They got to get past Denver. Now they done got past Denver. Or they got to get past this one. Now they done got past that one. Like, come on, man. When y'all gonna just open your eyes and just see these people has arrived and they willing to, and well, I ain't gonna say they willing, they ready to put their name in the top echelon and be a contender for some years to come. Especially because they did it the right way. You know what I mean? Like I said, another man's trash is another man's treasure. The Clippers is feeling this right now. And they talking about, we ain't know what SGA we're going to beat. Where your scouting reports at? Y'all recycling the same trash ass coaches. So how you want to know what talent look like when you recycling the same trash ass coaches and nobody don't want to accept the fact that these young players going to have to, y'all going to have to pass the rock to them at some point in time. Y'all keep trying to hold on and give all these older players help them stack the deck. Niggas ain't making the playoff like the KD. Ain't nowhere in the world that Phoenix Suns team was not supposed to make no doubt. Dog at least make the playoffs. But that goes to show you, man, the type of stuff that we dealing with. Friendly bobbing. Friendly bobbing ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. You ain't about to win nothing friendly bobbing. This supposed to be a competition sport, combat sport. I'm trying to beat you. We could be friends off the court. Yeah, my son went to school with your son. Yeah, we play AAU ball together, but it's competition, man. You know that. I'm not out here to be kissing your whatever and holding your hand. Oh, because you can't do it. Oh, we got to join up to beat this one. What? Everybody's supposed to have their own team, build their own team. And everybody had great teams. They done had the best record in the league. They was number one in their conference here and there. You dig what I'm saying? So it ain't my fault you ain't get over the hump, but you couldn't close the deal. Stop setting a bad precedent for these young players. And I know how it's gonna go. Oh, okay, see, y'all need to do this. Okay, see, y'all need to get rid of that. Oh, Indiana, y'all need to get rid of him because he don't fit your team. It's gonna be a lot of media and a lot of people on social media trying to throw wrenches in this program and trying to get these players, this team to get off some of these players because they see, oh man, this young team doing it this way. Next, Obi Toppin, bro. Come on, let's keep it real. Obi Toppin, Siakam, bro. New York missing Obi Toppin. I would have never got rid of Obi Toppin, but Tills wasn't gonna play him anyway. But look how Rick Carlisle using him. That's a great coach. He see talent. He know how to scout talent. I could use you for at least 10 to 15 minutes if I have to. I could put you in there 6 to 10 minutes if I have to. You dig what I'm saying? Just to give my stars a little bread or two. But it ain't like you giving me empty stats. Anyway, minutes is real valuable when you get deep and deep into the playoffs. The further you get, the more bodies you have to use. Injuries is the part of the game. I was real shocked that the Thunder lost that game, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I watched this already. It's like a rerun. They did the same thing against Denver. Is Indiana supposed to be on a Denver level championship caliber player? Nobody expect them to be in the situation, like I said, but they once they got past Denver, that was their hardest test. Maybe that was their championship or whatever. I hope they don't come out here and think Indiana gonna give it to them because they sure not. You understand? So they're gonna have to after the way they lost game one, I think they're gonna come out and make adjustments like they did against Denver, like they did against everybody else. They were down by 30 against Memphis. They came back and beat Memphis. So I'm saying they battle tested. So this one game ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Just know Indiana. This ain't no New York neither. This team ain't about to lay down like New York and go down no 3-1 and all that. So at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward for a good series. I think it's gonna be a great one. Because, like I said, we haven't seen these young dudes at the top of their game right now. So I think that's gonna bring it out. This ain't the All-Star game. This is for all the marbles. You dig? Everybody want that Larry O'Brien trophy. And I think this is great for the NBA because these two teams never tasted that champagne. So that's gonna make it. People don't want to see it because of the star names. People say Shea's a foul merchant. People don't think Halliburton do enough. He had one good game, he have a bad game. Then he had two good games, then he had three bad games. He only scored 8 points. I hear all that talking and talking. But at the end of the day, brother, look how close that game was. It wasn't no blowout by no record margin. Even though they had that 15-point lead, man down said something that caught my attention. They had all them turnovers and it was only up by 12. But knowing a team like OKC, I ain't gonna say they take the foot off the brake a lot, but I think they play careless basketball. They jack up unnecessary shots when they supposed to keep the pressure on you. And that's just what happened yesterday. They let go of the rope and it came back to bite them. But I don't think they're gonna do this the whole series. I still got them winning, but I do have this being a series like this ain't gonna just be no one of them series 4-1, 4-0. This going 6-7, believe that. Now, whether they get it right and keep it on where it be watchable for the fans? I think so. If you watch Indiana this whole year, what's not to like about them? Same thing with OKC. You can't knock what they have become and where they came from to get where they at. That that's the steps you won't see teams take. That's what we talking about the video now. Giannis not running from the smoke. Just keep taking those steps. You done got your chip the right way. So whether injuries were part of the game, we could go down every finals and be like, this one was hurt, that one was hurt. Go down every playoff game. This one was hurt, that one was hurt. You know what I mean? Where they couldn't have the whole nucleus to what they trying to do as far as game planning. But next man up. That's why you have a 15-man roster. That's where coaching come in at. You're supposed to know what type of players you have on your team. If you don't know these players and you don't know how to do your scouting report, then we get teams like like what the Lakers. When they made that trade for Luca, people just knew they was going to the championship. But look how much they gave up defensive wise, interior presence wise. Now they crying about they have a big man. So I just don't see it like for real. When you look at it, New York, they did it, but they needed that physicality from Randall in this playoffs. Randall wasn't able to help them the last couple of years because he was hurt. Now you done made that trade with him and Cat. Y'all got rid of DiVincenzo. There was a lot of pieces that y'all had to move to get this, feeling that. And look, it cost you. It really cost you. So to me, I wouldn't get off players like that. That's why I say scouting reports and head coaching is important in this league. Sometimes coaches don't almost know what they have because they refuse to play them. Like whether you old school or new school, you got to empty the clip, man. I don't. I just never was a fond believer of. I got a 15-man roster. The playoff come. I'm only running 7 to 8. So you only got 2 rotational pieces. Cam, Cam man was playing the game. But this man was a part of making it to the championship with the Suns. It was a key part of that Suns team that helped them make it to the championship. But you mean to tell me this man can't get no burn Indiana wasn't built like that to the point where there was a younger team. So Cam, as a veteran player, should have got way more burn Thibodeau. But that just goes to show you the difference in coaching. You believing in your players. And once you have a DNP and you got these players over there sitting on the bench, to me, that's killing their confidence. So when you do decide to put them in, they ain't feeling it because you ain't believing me. Now you just throwing me in there because of injury or because somebody fouled out for whatever reason. I just don't understand that part. So that's why I like the OKCs and I like the Indianas, what they're doing, because they go 8, 9, 10 deep. They don't give a damn. Whoever out there, man, just play hard and give me what you got. You understand? And that's what I see in these younger teams. I'm not a firm believer of breaking down my team just to go for this one, go for that one. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you have to develop these players, bro. These players can have all the skill, all the potential in the world. But if you don't have the right coaching staff and the training staff to keep them healthy, to keep them upright, to help develop them, that skill level only could take them so far. Like I always said, Kevin Durant, one of the purest scorers in NBA history. He's 7 foot tall. He could get him over the hump, but where the coaching at to help him get over the hump, like mentally and physically wise. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't see it. It's not enough great coaches. That's why I do hate that the Patrick Ewings, the Sam Cassell's, Jawan Howard, the McAdoo's, none of them dudes can really get a coaching job like they should. But he recycling the same old bullshit as coaches. That's more mind boggling than anything. Because coaching really matter. I just don't see why we gotta keep blaming the players all the time. I know they out there, but coaches drawing up the X's and O's, you drawing up this play on this clipboard, that shit ain't working. So what you gonna do? Well, you gonna draw up another one? You got plan B, plan C, what plan D? What if they stop Giannis from getting in the paint? You know, and he ain't got no jump shot. So what you supposed to do? Who developing him with his jump shot? Who showing him how to get to his sweet spots and raise up or make it easy for him? You know, it's not a lot of making it easy coaches out here. They just throwing niggas to the wolves, and guess what? They ain't giving them nothing to work with. No steak knife, no pitchfork, no nothing. Just throw them out there. The wolves get you, they get you. You understand? So you could tell the hungry players that work on their game. Every year they come back with something new added to their arsenal. And you be like, damn, you can tell he worked on his game. I don't like the foul merchant thing, but if you could draw them, I know a lot of people good at drawing fouls. If you foul me, you foul me. You understand? So they gotta call it. Sometimes they don't call it. I see a lot of fouls don't get called. Do I like the way the NBA gone since Joe Dumars became what he became, or the physicality of the basketball trying to bring that back? I do. I love it. You did because everything is not a foul in the playoffs. It's gonna get harder and harder every round you go to. The later in the rounds you get to, it get harder and harder. So you want to build that type of team for us. Look, we don't have to play through adversity. Physicality is a part of the game, even though they took it out at once upon a time. Not they letting it bring it back just a little bit in the playoffs. It has gotten better. So I don't see if the playoffs then got better for defensive wise. Why y'all don't like the finals? There's two top defensive teams in the league. They're young to players. They got all-star talent, Heidelberg, and they got Shea. So may the best man win. May the best team win. It's gonna come down to coaching though, and I'm not a big advocate of coaches selling out game one to get in the field and because I feel to believe if I could beat you the whole game by 15, you ain't never had the lead. Now all of a sudden you take the lead on the last second, the shot or whatever. That's just breakdown. Like you broke somewhere, y'all broke down on defense. The right defensive players wasn't out there. Like call the timeout, put your defensive scheme out there. Don't go offense because offensive minded players is not deep. But the way OKC play, they feel like whoever they got out there, they trust them to go both ways. And at this point, somebody brought up a good point. Like Indiana had two big men, but OKC tried to play that small ball, and it cost them. They got hammered on the glass, second chance points when they usually overcome things like that when they play their style. So you gonna have to go. You have big men to throw out there. If they got one big man, I got one big man. They put two out there, you better put two out there to give yourself a chance for second chance points and rebound. That just little minor little adjustments I see that they should make, and I seen them make throughout the playoffs. So I'm not hanging my head on a disappointing loss, but I know they mad they let one slip away. They did that against Denver. You know what I'm saying? So I like I say, they went down by third against Memphis. So I'm not really worried about game one like that. Once you get to game two, because like they say, even though you lost on your home court, it's a difference from you getting blowed out, never was in the game. Y'all come out with the intensity, y'all come out matching the intensity, y'all just ain't finished. And I seen y'all finish a lot of those games. So that's where I'm at with it for that. Indiana, they gonna come out and do Indiana thing. Who's the town? You know, Indiana is a good basketball town. They showed you that since Blue Chip. Anybody watch Blue Chip? I told y'all they put stuff in movies. And Indiana have good basketball players. New York, Cali, wherever you want to go, they have. You know, you got certain basketball states. You got certain football states. You want to play football, you go to Florida, get the little fast hyenas. You get them little wild dogs run up out there. You want to go basketball, you go to New York. You go East Coast, or you go right there over there to where I'm saying Kentucky basketball, Indiana, right there in that Midwest in that little area. Like it's out there. You just got to know how to your scout team have to know what's your biggest need. Oh, we need a rebounder. Well, let's go get a rebounder. We could develop him in the long run how to make that little 15, 12, 18 footer right in that free throw point. Like it shouldn't be that many threes jacking up like that. So what I do like about the way Indiana is playing, it's never one dude. It might be this dude, then it might be that dude, then it might be that dude. Then Hollenberg might hit you with the steak knife hand now. So you can't just key in on one person. We stop him, we gonna win. Nah, they play team ball just like the Thunder play team ball. But we also know Shea came out and he had 28 points in the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, some shit like that. So I just was like, damn, how the hell they lost that game? When I woke up this morning and seen that Hollenberg hit that three, I was like, well, that's just the way the cookie crumble. Now, I mean, you got to play all four quarters, 48 minutes. You can't play 46, 47. You dig and expect to win that game. 48.50. You know what I mean? The last 10 seconds count too, you understand? You got to play all the way through. And I think they're going to make adjustments. They're going to bounce back. And that's only going to fuel their fight. Now, this will be surprising to me if them people go down 2-0, you lose the first two games at home. Nah, I can't accept that. I got a cookie. I gotta put you on that steak. I gotta marinate it and throw your ass on that grill. But I don't think they're gonna lose two in a row at home. I think this team is really built to win now. They showed you that. The last 2 years, they just made progress. Just like everybody thought, oh, Anthony Edwards did what he did. He lost to Luka last year, so he came back. Got it. He was on a revenge tour. He got his revenge. He got beat a couple of people that beat him. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just that simple for me. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just want to see good basketball. A 1 point victory, that's good basketball. It wasn't no blowout. And like I say, even though OKC was up by 15, knowing what we know about Indiana, these whole playoffs, you had to know them dudes wasn't about to lay down like that, and they had a chance to come back and win that game. But I just ain't figured it was gonna be like that. Like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see that happen. It's gonna be a long off season though when it's over with. I know a lot of people gonna be scrambling. You got WNBA, you know what I mean? But I want to salute my brother Ticket for doing a great job covering that Diddy shit. Cause guess what? It's getting wilder and wilder. And I don't see how people like not holding him accountable. I don't see how people giving this dude a pass for the shit he done pulled off over the last 20, 30 years. It's too much evidence pointing to guilty. But you know, when a person talk about certain things, either you been in that situation or you didn't. And I've been a lot around a lot of those type situations. People beating their girl, people beating their this and that. That it ain't cool, bro. We don't approve of that. And like I'm telling you, that's traumatizing to some people. And the more power you have when you know somebody got that type of power, he well protected at that time. Anybody you go to, you don't know who working for them on their payroll. So you can't just go tell any and everybody. You has to come up missing. And before you know it, you done lost your life. And even though they probably catch him down the line for some of the stuff he done did you, at least they catching them now. Like I don't see how y'all want a female to go to a person and be like, man, this dude beating on me, knowing he a powerful billionaire and he got people in his pocket. Like one thing really caught me when that boy said, I'm a savage. He always gonna get what he want. Come on, man. You're doing that by messing over your own people. But then we'll come on this motherfucker and be like, man, it was it's black against white now, man. You doing that to your own people, my nigga. You ain't helping no all the contracts you done promised people. And I don't care who gotta die, him up Pac gotta die. I don't give a damn who gotta go. Like when you listen to Gene tell some of these stories, a nigga that's been there, I'm like, man, come on, bro. If there would have been a nigga with no money, can't pay a lawyer or whatever, can't get a bond, that dude would have been got convicted. They would have had time all over the table right now. Look, take it or leave it. I'm telling you, I just went through a situation like that. That they gonna give you two options. Either you're gonna take it or you're gonna go take this shit to trial. And if you go to trial, everybody already know. If you lose, that's the more time you get. So that's why a lot of people take the plea. Where Diddy messed up at, he didn't take that plea because he felt like he had money. He was a billionaire. He messing with billionaires in his circle. And guess what? He didn't take that plea. Look what he got him. Then this another thing you got to think about. You can have 39 counts, bro. 39. 38 of them must come back not guilty. As long as one of them come back guilty, they gonna convict you and give you some type of time. For real, for real. I'm just being honest. I went through that for his experience. This ain't nothing I'm telling you that somebody else told me. I went through this with experience. You cannot have all those counts and one come back. All of them come back not guilty but one. Boy, you getting sank. Now whatever that charge that you get found guilty on carry, that's what they gonna give you. And the judge could give you whatever you want. Your life really in his hand. Nigga say he in the courthouse mean mugging people and all this and that. Boy, you about to get sent under the jail. Boy, you ain't learned your lesson yet. That's why you ain't got no goddamn bond. You still think you the Joker? You still think you that powerful? All right, all right. Either you gonna have to rat on something, get about that situation, bring everybody. You better pull over Nino Brown, Kareem Akbar, that nigga on a reel. I don't give a damn who it is. Well, you is gone. I don't see him getting from under that, bro. Like for real, for real. And this is my first time y'all gonna hear me talk. I wanted to been talk about this on my channel, but like I said, my brother do a great job of breaking that down and bringing you the documents from the court, from the what the people actually saying. I just been sitting back sucking it up. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Diddy one of the craziest people in the world, man. Ain't no way in the world I'd have been a billionaire messing around with nothing like that. That's why I told y'all people sell out for the bag and they can't help their own people. So you put them in messed up contracts like Cash is selling dreams. The whole while you really railroading these people. You can't spend that money like y'all think these people could spend that money. You dig what I'm saying? And half of the stuff that they be having be leased. Like they don't really be owning that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let that TV stuff fool y'all. Oh, this nigga a billionaire. Yeah, you might be a billionaire, but how much money is really for him? Like for real, for real. Cause I don't see how you could be a billionaire. They don't want to give you a bond. I done seen people get a bond, they ain't have a billion. So what makes you different? Like that's my biggest thing. Why all of a sudden you can't get a bond? A $50 million bond, they know you well, you can touch that, you can skip time, you can run, you can try to vamp on it. Them people don't want you to go nowhere. They got you right where they want you. And you put that on yourself, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. You did that to yourself. And I was always taught, I'm not feeling sorry for nobody who put something like that on themselves. You dig what I'm saying? Because you know right from wrong. All of us was raised right. So why would you go out there and try to misuse? All from the making of the band. Chopper, the dude from my city, the other little dude who tried to expose Diddy from making the band. I forgot his name. He been going viral too. Gene Deal. It's like too many people, bro. I can see it was just one or two people. Man, we talking about a plethora of people. Yo, you blowing a dude car. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You tripping, man. You tripping. And if you that girl says she love you, you supposed to feel the same way. Why is you soliciting her to other people when that's supposed to be your man girl? That's like me doing my wife or my daughter that. Man, you got me messed up, boy. Let a nigga even come at me like that, man. Look, now I give you 50,000 right now. I take your money and don't give you nothing, nigga. That's how I come up. Cutthroat, going against the grain ass nigga, especially when you trying to play me like a duck. Well, I'm not giving you nothing. Yeah, give me the 50. I'm make sure it's in my bank account first. If it ain't in my bank account, it's no deal. Even if it's in my bank account, it's no deal. I'm not about to sell my daughters or my girl to no nigga because you like what you like. Man, you got me crazy. You got to be crazy, man. We protect and serve over here. I, I like I say, I always tell people, bro. People always say what they ain't gonna do, right? Until you really put in that situation. But what I do notice, and it's not as not to my women, the real parents, the real mothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about them only fans like my brother was talking about. I'm talking about the real women who want to see their kids succeed in life, who going to teach them right from wrong, whether they have a father figure around or not. A woman only could do so much. But then, like I say, without a male around, whether it's an uncle or brother, it's gonna be hard. And look at everybody that was raised by a woman. They got whole tendencies. They got bitch ways. And I hate to say it, bro. That's why he thinking it's cool to do what he did. You dig what I'm saying? To all these females, all these dudes, like from the Justin Biebers, the Ushers. Man, that shit run deep, dog. I ain't gonna sleep by no nigga house. And if you got a big ass house, why I'm sleeping in the bed with your ass anyway? I ain't trying to make it big. That I ain't trying to make it that famous, that big. Like, come on, you can't be doing that, bro. And then all of a sudden, everybody want to come out. Nah, y'all should have been came out. That's my biggest thing. What took y'all so fucking long? Like, you must say something about the shit. But now all of a sudden, one person done melted the ice and chipped off the block. Now everybody else want to come out. Y'all ain't been trying to come out and say it. That's where I fought them at. You dig what I'm saying? Because y'all knew it was about the money. As long as the money was good, you let a nigga piss on you, slap you, pull your hair, all that. I just, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I done seen broke niggas do that shit. And oh, cause he love me. If he don't hit me, he don't love me. Nigga, what? Boy, if I gotta do all that to a female, bro, I don't need you. I ain't, cause you would never have me under the jail. I'm telling you, I had domestic violence charges, all that. I experienced all that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just not about to be no dummy no more. I look at it from the bigger picture, and he down bad, and they just in the wrong for letting that shit go on that long. But at the end of the day, Like I say, this dude is so powerful. I go down there to the police station, he got police on his payroll. I knew people had people on their payroll. For real. We had a situation like that in 1994. They talk about it right now because of the two escapees that still on the loose. Derrick Groves, his grandmother, Kim Grove, got killed across the canal in the Wall, where I'm from, like right on the other side of the bridge. The dude who supposedly did it, he from my hood. The dude cool. You feel what I'm saying? So I know this dude personally. Like I came up around him. He was a big dog. He was an OG, but we never know, the cops had him working or whatever, however they trying to put it. But all this stuff is allegedly until, they prove him innocent or whatever. But the truth is the truth. And the shit is documented. So it ain't nothing I'm saying that people don't already know. But that just goes to show you how the cops will come, have you working for them, and they got them all on video and everything. The feds was on them boys and everything. That's how they got caught. But that's a story for another day. That just goes to show you when you got money, you got power, you got people on your payroll, boy, you could get away with a whole lot of stuff. And when you got that type of money, like a Diddy, that's what it was hidden for, bro. People was protecting him at all times. Now, I'm telling Diddy, bro, you better pull off a Kareem Akbar, and I ain't talking about on your own people if you're listening. But guess what? They'll do it to your ass. That's why your ass in there. You had to be the scapegoat. And who taught you how to do that shit? You went to one of them parties and seen how they was rocking, so you won't do it. Monkey see, monkey do. You can't be a follower all the time. You got to be a goddamn leader sometime. You dig what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it was a time where you came out where you try to go every vote, go at the liquor people and all this. People ain't is not about to let you fight back like that. You dig what I'm saying? That's what y'all get for that distribution deal. Look at all the people that got caught up with the distribution deal. It's not a coincidence, bro. It's like real life, bro, situation that we be put in, but we have to think for ourselves. We can't let other people manipulate and think for us and have us doing certain things because of a certain amount of money involved. And I always told y'all this too. Boy, a nigga would sell their soul for that bag. Kanye West feeling that heat right now. Even he said he had to do something to his mama. Come on, bro. I ain't man. Oh, I love my mama, but I don't care. My mama ain't about me nothing. And I had to do it myself. I ain't about to do that to be famous. I ain't about to, man, my mama mean the world to me, man. Everybody in my family, friends and all. I'm not about to take care of no close friends, no nothing but no bag, dog. When I know one thing, if we come together as a team, as a unit anyway, we could get our own bag. We could buy our own 100 acres of land. We could build our own foundation. We could build our own grocery stores. We could build our own gardens and fruit and watch what the hell we eat. But for some reason, when we get the money like a nigga like Diddy, we get the money like a nigga like Jay-Z, niggas ain't giving back. Niggas ain't going to buy no housing developments, fixing them up, low income for the people where you can. You Marcy projects. I'm from the floor. I wish if I had the money, that's what I do. That would have been one of the first things I would have did. I swore on everything and bought my hood back and made it much livable. Well, you talking about $40 in rent. Nigga ain't got no AC in this bitch. Got roaches and rats running around this mother. Man, I'm about to fix that. We gonna demolish all this and bring them back up. That's what they've been doing. And I salute my city behind that. But why it took forever for Katrina to hit for y'all to do that? And we've been down there living like that our whole damn life. But you wonder why people took chances and made the choices that they made, trying to make a better living and a better life for their family. When the whole time y'all had a source and the income and the means, y'all be in line. I just passed the store the other day, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bruh. The line was so long for them new Jordans. I'm like, boy, people still be waiting in line for the store don't open for 3 hours. And they out there like they're the food stamp officer. They getting commodity from a church or something. I'm like, boy, people still do that? Wait outside in line for Jordans? Man, that shit ain't that important. How many pair of Jordans you can have? You buying the same one, just a different color. You see what I'm saying? But then nigga want, man, look, I remember people was robbing and stealing and killing for that when I was coming up. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know what we thinking about in this world today. I don't just know what we trying to do or what we trying to teach these kids coming up. Because everything that we doing is backwards. Everything that we showing these kids how to move and how to maneuver is in the wrong way. You teaching them how to be a sellout. You ain't teaching them how to be a stand-up guy. You know what I mean? You ain't teaching them how to stand on their own. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going type stuff. You just teaching them how to cheat. If this go this way, well, you could do this. Instead of teaching them how to be a man, a young lady, like that OnlyFans stuff, bro. I'm in Houston, right? And I ain't gonna say pimping is dead or whatever, because I don't know. I ain't into that. I ain't pimping nobody out. I ain't paying for that anyway. It's free to me. You gonna pay me? All right, I give it to you, you give it back to me. How much you want yours? 300? All right, I'm charging 300 too. So I'm gonna pay you, then you pay me back. Now we both got what we want. That's how I look at it. I'm not just I can't go on no OnlyFans. That shit almost turn me on. I wasn't even much no porn type dude. I don't watch that. Especially if I got a girl, but I'm cut on that shit but when I got a whole girl laying next to me every night. It just don't make no sense. Like you can't be that hot and horny and all that and then expect people to respect you. No, you can't do it, bro. It's like all in water, it don't mix. So with the Diddy situation, bro, it's really like I don't feel bad for him. It's just something that we already knew, right? We already knew this stuff. Well, what it took for him to melt the ice, for him to get in this situation. Like I said, you knew you was down bad. That's like me going to court and I know these people got me right. They got the warrant, everything right, and I'm still trying to fight these people like, man, that ain't happened, man, that ain't true. They lying on me. But they've been watching me, they got me on the surveillance, they got all this information that they need to convict me, and not my stupid ass go up in there and deny the plea deal. Then after you deny all this stuff, you get on there and make an apology. When the videotape come out, you try to pay 20 mil, 30 mil, whatever the case may be. Instead of doing that from Jump Street, you thought you had that much power. Now look at you. Can't even get a bind. They got you in there suffering, scared to eat, thinking they gonna try to do you something. It just don't make sense sometimes, bro. I never understood that about this dude. When you know you wrong, man, you might well you took them 20, nigga, you'll be what, 2, 3 years down? But you get good time, you come home, even though you're gonna be old as dirt, but shit, at least you still be able to come home and see the streets again. Now you in that motherfucker with no bond, fighting for your life, can't see the streets. They liable to hang you behind that. So, like I say, if you got 39 counts, one of them only have to come back guilty for them to sink you. You already 50 plus, going on 60. Look like I don't see how you gonna survive this without getting no serious time. Like, and like I said, I don't feel bad for him, bro, because I had people from New Orleans that went to that making of the band. I don't know them personally, but we know of them because they was musicians. But dog, don't get it twisted. Like I ain't just bringing that up because they from my city, but you did that to everybody. You ain't just do that to them. Now all the stuff that hit the fan. Now you talking all that. Woo, woo. It's too late now. You can't rekindle all that. You can't go back and well, the plea deal still on the table. I take it right now. Nah, the can of worms have been open. The can of worms have been open. Now how you sell your girl? That's supposed to be your girl. So first of all, you mold that young lady into doing that, thinking it was cool. How we know she wasn't saying no, don't do it? That videotape says it all, man. Like how you was really treating that girl, man. That videotape says it all. So just imagine what you was doing behind closed doors. If you did that shit on videotape in public, knowing they got cameras all in that hotel, all in the hotel, you ain't give a damn. You ain't give a damn at all. You thought that money was gonna protect your ass. And money don't always be the protection. Like you just gotta be real and keep it thorough, man. You not one of them type dudes. Like I say that video, I'm a savage. I get what I want. I'm always with and whoop. Man, that shit did something to me. Like, cause to be honest with you, when the stuff really had popped off with the Tupac situation, when he was in Quiet Studio, you could look at him and you could tell that nigga knew something. Boy, you seen that boy face on that video? That whole little clip while they was in there. Man, come on, man. That dude been doing some snake ass shit. But this just finally caught up with him. Like they say they got a guard sit high, but he look low. You dig? I come from snakes. I come from the garden where they got insects and mosquitoes. You gotta have some off. You gotta have something to keep the motherfuckers off you. So I'm glad I survived a lot of stuff coming up because I look at it today with the social media platform, niggas ratting on themselves, niggas run straight to the ground when they do stuff or run to Facebook when they do stuff, want to go viral off it. Like they the first one that invented or did it. Man, this shit been going on for decades and years, hundreds of years. Like it ain't just start with you. It's just that now they got more cameras out here. And for the life of me, bro, you know they got cameras on every corner, every fucking mailbox, every stop sign, every light, every red light, green light, and you still be out here doing the stuff that you be doing. But you gonna talk about you not guilty. Man, I'm not guilty, man. That wasn't me. I ain't do that. They lying on me. Have you nigga be doing it with naked face and everything. It's just mind boggling to me, dog. It's just mind boggling to me. I just don't get it. And see when that stuff hit the fan in 1994, if R.I.P. Kim Grow, if that lady wouldn't have died, we would have never known Lynn Davis was on that type of time. I'm serious, bro. It was times where we would stand outside and them dudes would pass by in the car. You did. The police could be right up the street, not knowing that was them dudes. Like, but that was them watching to make sure they do all their dirty work. I can't do that, bro. I'm sorry, I can't do that. When I was in the game, you called me, man. Look, take my lick like a man. I'm gone. Whatever it is, however I'm gonna beat this case, I ain't ratting on nobody. I ain't about to do this. I ain't about to do that. Y'all call me. I ain't scared to go in that bitch by myself. Never was, never will, and never have. So I just don't understand how people won't do the crime but can't do the time, and then they won't take niggas with them when they get caught up. But now with this situation, like I say, there's so many people speaking out about it because they was victims as well. My the only problem that I do have with that situation, like I say, I don't care how powerful this dude is. They couldn't have been where I was from because they'd have been knocked him off. I'm sorry to say that I ain't promoting violence, but I'm just being real. They'd have been knocked him off where I'm from. Boy, they ain't about to let you just do everybody no wrong and then your name always in there for wrong shit. Ain't nothing right ever coming up out the deal. I done signed a 10-year deal. I ain't drop a mixtape under your fucking label. Boy, a nigga gonna kill you. Nigga gonna rob you or something. Nigga ain't just about to let you bird feed them and take over. And the Yellow Boys and the Soldier Slams, R.I.P. Like the BTYs, R.I.P. Man, the list goes on. Like a lot of rappers, Kilo G, uh, Trey A, Mr. Ivan, a lot of rappers lost their life because they was really with that, you know what I mean? So, and they weren't about to let you mess over 'em. I don't know what kind of rap they got today. Like I say, it's just mind boggling to me how they go to these record companies. And now, like back then, we didn't have social media. No, you could go independent, man. You ain't got to deal with them people. You gonna get a distribution deal. You gonna nigga won't sign your hand there. But if you making money, you know you got social media. You could build your own shit. Like you could really go ham. How much money do you need? I always stress that out about to my people too. We have all the money in the world and be just as dumb as Diddy. Like it just don't make no sense to be that dumb with all that money. You ain't gonna change. You ain't gonna change. You got all this bread and you refuse to change. You refuse to help your people. I remember one interview he did. He got on there. He was talking about how he was tired of the people messing over his people with the record deals and this and that. But look, you got the same ways. Cassidy was signing you what 10 album deal. How many albums she dropped? Like, just keep it real, bro. I just don't see him coming from under this rock right here, boy. This I'm talking about this. This is a big old boulder. That's why you got a lot of people jumping states, skipping, running, ain't nowhere to be found. Cause they know their name gonna come up too. There's a lot of people name coming up, especially on the West Coast. Like, look all the people that lost their life on the East Coast going to the West Coast for whatever reason. It's not by no coincidence, dog. It's a trend, dog. That's what they've been doing, is tricking us out of our spot, making it seem like it's West Coast versus the East Coast and this and that. That no, man. No, I can't, you can't get me to buy that. These dudes just had made a song a couple of months ago, or last year sometime. And all of a sudden you telling me they can't stand each other. No, that's the record company. That's the people behind the scenes pushing all this year. Like with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it was a great battle. Drake lost, he lost. Drake beat Meek Mills. Look what Meek Mills did. People talk about snitching a lot, right? But then they don't hold Jay-Z accountable for him signing that snitch Perez, that Perez lady, or whatever her name is. You see what I'm saying? So I know everybody deserves a second chance here and there, whatever the case may be, but no, you was a street level dude, so you say. So how all of a sudden you messing with snitches and you signed a snitch to your record company. And all of a sudden Meek Mills can't get out of jail. And all of a sudden you signed a snitch. Now y'all done got him out. And this and that. Like, it's just the power, dog. It's who you know. It ain't what you know no more. It's just time to open your eyes, dog. Stop cherishing these type of role models when you know for a fact. Go to every public school in low poverty areas. They don't have no books. They don't have their own football field. Then they got a basketball gym, but they don't have their own baseball field. Well, I've been living in Texas for a minute, and it's just like that out here. You go to the middle class and the uppity areas, it look like a university, college. They got football field, they got baseball field, they got all this right there. Kids ain't even got to go nowhere. They home right here. You see what I'm saying? But we got to go to a neutral ground, neutral site. We got to go play at a public park. Dog, that shit ain't right. It's supposed to be equal opportunities. And how many people that you see come from that low poverty area go back and give? Now, I will say this. Marshall Falk did that. He went back and took care of Carver. There's not a lot of people that do that though. New uniforms, new weight facility, fix their football field up where it could be practice, where they could go practice, where they ain't got to do it. And they got two football fields on the middle side and on the senior side. Anybody know about Carver Senior? How they know? You know what I mean? Like, did they produce a lot of athletes that go pro? One of the public schools that's in a private area. That's why a lot of people want to go there, because of the opportunity. They weren't holding people back. It was your choice to grab that dough and keep pushing with it. They gonna give it to you. They gonna lead you in the right direction. But certain people wasn't hungry. You know what I mean? Certain people got on that heroin. Certain people started smoking crack. Certain people want to be D boys. Certain people did whatever they wanted to do, and they didn't pursue their dream hard enough. But it was only certain schools that you could have went to that you could have got that type of privilege from. But what if that school wasn't in your district? What if you can't go to that school? What if you don't know nobody in that area that you could get a permit? You must go. But coaches like JT Curtis, he could go all over the city and grab people, put them in houses. So you got this thing where people will pay you to come. I can give your mom a job and I can give her put her in the house for you to come play for me. But when we getting out the deal, when we do get the money, like I said, we get the money and do all the wrong things with it. My shit don't have no value. So, man, look, I hope everybody get what they deserve for us, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in the situation. because at one point it was a time where we came from. It was a village. The whole neighborhood could whoop you. You know what I'm saying? And now it ain't like that no more. People turn a naked eye, a blind eye. If they could see something going wrong, but they ain't gonna say nothing. They thinking it's cool. Cause he paying my light bill, he giving me money on my rent. You know, I ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't no bad dude. When they do get in trouble, he was a good dude. He was a pillar of the community, and he did this and he did that. Nah, man, stop it, man. Y'all know that dude was a demon. Y'all just was scared of him. That's all. Y'all know he knocked off 20 people, but y'all scared to say something. Y'all got him still terrorizing y'all hood like it's gonna bring wealth, generational wealth. But it's only fat in his pockets and his team. It ain't the whole people, the whole neighborhood eating. Like back in the gap, you couldn't even get that stuff to go down like that back then. Now it's totally different. That's what I don't understand about this era. Now they done got so much money involved. They could put so much money on the table for signing bonuses and stuff like that. And y'all take that money knowing that that's y'all talent. That's y'all ideas. Y'all writing this stuff down, putting it on wax up, writing these movie scripts, being a pure actor. The shit just come natural. But then you getting underpaid because you don't want to sell out. Salute to Cat Williams, bro. Because I see he's still out here. He doing, Ernest J said he helped his brother out. But them type dudes get overlooked. They have people think, oh, Cat Williams crazy because he out there fighting with a kid or whatever the kid. They try to degrade you in so many ways, bro. But we can't fall for the banana and tailpipe all the time. So I want to salute to the strong ones that's still out there that do know right from wrong, that understand. Look, a nigga could trick you out your spot. You'll be up on top today, but tomorrow a nigga trick you out your spot and you'll be back with us in a few days because of your judgment, because of your way of thinking. You know, so you got to put that in perspective too. If I give you $1 million right now, you sign with me, but you got to do this. Man, I ain't doing nothing, man. This is what I earned. This is what I earned. I feel like you. I don't want to put these plaques on the wall. I don't want to wrote all this music for these dudes that couldn't rap. But you want to give me 75,000 when you just gross 4 million? Feel like BG, man. We grossed over 14 million on the Cash Money Rough Rider concert tour. But you want to give me 300,000 when I got more solo albums than everybody on here? I know Lil Wayne the coldest right now, but I was holding this thing now when we was about to fall off. I kept this thing afloat, but I'm the one can't get a whipping 3 million. Like people talk about it. That's why you gotta listen to certain people the way they talk. Certain people put their business out there. Certain people fabricate their business. But you can, if you know, you know. If you're from those type of areas in those cities, and y'all know these people, y'all gotta respect their mind. Y'all gotta respect how they coming. Because a dude can only take so much. You dig what I'm saying? And now look, you had to go back to the same well. Who was the first nigga to meet him out there when he got out of jail? Baby. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't want to get a man what he wanted, what he deserved. And I ain't got no dog in this fight. I'm for the right, to be honest with you. But I'm glad they hashed their stuff out. They back together working. They're doing their little hot boys tour, reunion, whatever they doing, and they getting back to getting their money. Man, they back on the scene, dropping beats for Wayne again. You know what I mean? I know the Carter Six done came out, but to each his own, man. You might like it, you might not. Some people feel like this ain't it. Some people feel like he done changed. Wayne told you I ain't on that syrup, I ain't on this. They want the Wayne with the syrup cup, but that's the way the world is. You know what I mean? So y'all act like people not entitled to change. People not supposed to grow. That's what I look for, man, the growth. I look for the change. I ain't trying to stay the same. You know what I mean? So anybody who want to stay the same, if you still thinking like you was thinking when you was 20 and 25 and 30 and you and your 40 about to be pushing 50, then you might as well lock it up. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get nowhere. I'm just being honest with you. You know, the truth hurt, and I'm here to tell the truth. So you'll never change. You ain't trying to change. So to me, you bad. you bad for the community. Like it's not a pillar that you want to follow or come up, you know, being your leader of the community because he only gonna bring you down with him eventually. Good things don't last forever. That's why you gotta always have an open mind and be willing to advance and upgrade and elevate your game to the next level. You can't come in doing one move and expect that shit to carry you through the whole duration of your career. You can't be a one trick pony. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that's coming out. And then look, it seems like everybody who hit that type of status that Diddy on, as far as it's a billionaire, they find some kind of way to break them down and bring them back to earth. And this the type of situation you see. I've been saying this my whole life, so I feel like it's a rerun. But I hate to see it happen to just my people. But like I say, my people, we get to a certain level, we get a certain amount of money, we black out. We act like we could walk on water. We fed 1 million people with just water, bread, and fish, or however it went. You can't do that, man. You gotta always want to elevate and help the next person grow. That's how you build a community. One person can't keep all the power. Bird feeds you and expect you to come up. And then when you move on and you expose certain things that's in life that's hampering you from coming up, now people won't get mad at you, talking about you a hater. Oh, you want the man was doing this, the man was doing that. The man ain't never did nothing, man. I was really out just pushing my own stuff. And thank God, like the social media could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, right? But if you're using it for a good thing, salute to you, much power to you. But a lot of this stuff is used for bad. Like it's bad promotion. It ain't nothing good coming up out of it. You know what I mean? So I just know one thing. That boy about to do some serious time. They could give him 20. That 20 gonna bust his head. Just off the strength of how old he is. Know what? Know what else I learned too, y'all? When you learn trouble so easy to get into but hard to get out, that should change your whole way of thinking because I can have an entourage, right? But the older you get, the wiser you get. But if I have an entourage and I'm not molding them the right way, and I'm a messed up type of person, I'm messed up in the head. I ain't got no good heart. What you think I'm training the dudes that's around me to do? I'm 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 having them thinking the same way I'm feeling because I feel like that's the right way. That would work for me because of what I've been through in life. But I say we all got to hit that growing point where we got to elevate and be willing to change our mind frame and focus on how we look at stuff and how we handle certain situations. So I never was the type of person to be stagnated or just think because it's bad right now. Just the way life gonna go the rest of my duration of being here. I'm not even much thinking like that no more. Cause at first I used to be like, man, I ain't worrying about it. It is what it is, man. If he won't see me with it, he won't see me with it. But when I had a man raising me, my dad, my grandpa, my great grandpa, my older uncles, my older cousins, man, don't be no quitter, man. Fight for what you want. You can't always turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? If a nigga punch you, you gonna punch him back or you gonna pinch him. When nigga slap you, what you gonna kick him? Or you gonna spit on him? What you gonna do? Like you gotta fight fire with fire. And a lot of these dudes out here, like when I tell you when they hit a certain status, you could tell. Look at their circle, their entourage change. I'm still cool with all my day ones from around my neighborhood, and we outgrowed each other. We got kids, but guess what? We still keep in touch. I never turn my back on them. I had some niggas that ain't won't get right, but I only dealt with them a certain way. Like some of them needed ID so they can get a job. And one I think I told the story before. One dude I gave money to go get a dude, and that was one of my day ones. This nigga sitting over there deed out, full of that dope. I'm like, man, I'm not giving you no more money unless I'm bringing you. So I wound up bringing him myself and help him get his ID. Now I can't bring you to the job and make you do everything, but I can help much as I can. But once I see that you still stuck in that same way, that same mold, you not even much trying to elevate your shit or trying to change, I gotta back up off you. You still my day one though. I don't hate you. It's just that I'm changed. I got kids. I gotta live for them now. It ain't like I don't have no kids and we still young and we run around this neighborhood doing whatever to do to survive and make money or whatever. Now that I'm old and I'm wise and I know, man, I can't be around y'all niggas like that. But I still hit y'all up, man. What's that? When y'all chilling on there, what y'all doing, man? I miss y'all. Just calling, checking on y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Keep y'all head up, take care of the kids, whatever, whatever. Ask if they working. If I ain't got no job, man, I need a job. Like networking, that type of way on the legal, on a legalized type situation. But you know, I've been working since I was 13. Like I said, I ain't had to take the route that I had, but I did anyway. And I don't regret nothing. I just became a smarter person. I do it better now. I think I'm way more polished than I was when I was 25, 30. You know what I mean? Compared to my age now. And my oldest son, 23. You see what I'm saying? So just made me a grandpa. So that's the type of level I'm on. I'm a grandpa now. I'm a granddad. I ain't trying to be out here in a mix no more. I wasn't trying to be out here in the mix when I was young. It was just certain things that I didn't allow to happen and infiltrate my life and trick me out my spot. Whether it was about money, I don't care if you had bricks, keys, pounds of weed, that shit don't turn me on. A nigga take that before they come over there and kiss ass and let you talk crazy to them and I'll be a runner for you like I'm a store man. Look, every time some go get some cigars, go get some beer from the nigga. I ain't no fucking beer runner there. I like a fucking crackhead to you, nigga. A man just like you, I'm trying to eat just like you, nigga. And they ain't putting no money in my pocket. Every time y'all need something, I want a nigga going to the store and they got 15 other niggas hanging around this month. Nigga, is you crazy? I ain't no fucking flunky. But you got niggas thinking that shit cool to be now. Cause the nigga got money. Oh, he a big dog. Bitch, I'm a big dog too. Fuck you talking about? Everybody a fucking big dog. You gotta just pull your damn weight. I ain't never been no flunky. And I ain't about to start being no flunky. You cause you got bread, you think you about to turn me to a flunky? Nigga, you crazy. And you wonder why they got beef out here, cause people don't speak up no more. They let that money rule them. And you know you being flunked out. You know the nigga handling you and treating you wrong because he got money and you ain't got no get up about yourself. You got to sit there and take that. You got to sit up there and take that. But it got pros and cons to it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It can have it have a lot of pros and cons to it. It's what you make out of it, though. I ain't about to live there and let you flunk me out, though. And I know right from wrong. I done hung around people with a lot of people, and I hung around a lot of broke people. And guess what? I see the people who really don't have it like that, who live in paycheck to paycheck. It's stressful. Don't get it twisted. But they more happy and they help people and they don't really have it to help. Like help people. But then you got the motherfuckers like the Diddy's, the Jay-Z's, moved to Los Angeles. Bitch, you from New York, would you live on the West Coast? What you running from your city for if you ain't doing no foul, fucked up shit? Like you could make a better life. They got uppity areas in New York where you could live. You think what I'm saying? You can help more people than you helping. That's why I always say how much money you need because you got all these money and you ain't. And look at your public schools. Them children ain't got no books. The grass ain't much cut. No decent playgrounds. The playing on lunchtime. Y'all taking away everything. Like I passed a lot of parks in my time since Katrina hit. And I don't see nobody playing no basketball, throwing no football. I see a lot of soccer playing out because I guess I'm in Texas and it's Migo land, but they play soccer, but I pass parks, nigga, no basketball going up, no dribbling, no full court, no 21, no nothing. I was like, dog. Know why? Because of social media. Motherfucker face all in their phone. Social media, them won't go outside. I told my kids, man, y'all go outside, man, for a little while. Oh, no, Dad, the mosquitoes out there. Mosquitoes? I don't think y'all ain't from my genes, boy. Nigga was outside to almost your mama had to call you inside. Don't let the street light catch you. You could be on a block, on a corner, on the other corner, around the corner. You gonna hear your mama holler your name around that corner loud, like she got a bullhorn. And don't talk about it, she tell your dad. Then your mom say, "Be up in front of the street light. Come on, boy." Now you got two ass whoopings waiting on you. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't have that. I'd rather tough love than no love. I swear to God, I do. And that's what you get when you're dealing with people like that. People never got that real true love. And people feel like, I ain't never had love. What is love? And then triple a nigga won't name himself. What he name himself? Then he name himself love or something dealing with love. That nigga ain't got a love bone in his fucking body the way he treating people. You don't want to see nobody with it, dog. And that's the sad part. And we come out every day and prop these dudes up. Oh, he make good music, but he a fuck nigga. If you a fuck nigga, I don't care what kind of music you make. That shit don't move me. That's why you got some rappers who live it. You got some rappers who don't. You could tell the rappers who live it because them niggas ain't here. They in jail right now. For real, for real. If a nigga was living that shit like they was living it, rapping on these songs, them niggas would have been got indicted. They love using lyrics and chords. They did the Boots. They did everybody who was a rapper try to use their lyrics in a song and try to convict them of it. So I guess it's your preference what you like. I don't like I said, I ain't pushing to hate nobody no more. I ain't even trying to beef with nobody. I never was a beefer. I just protect myself at all times. My family. That's how my pops, my grandfather, and my great grandfather raised me. Family come before, and family could be messed up. But I know people that are do the unthinkable, but it's very seldom that you see that unless you watching for my man snaps or something like that. First 48. They got them out here. They got some crazy people out here, but how I came up, you very seldomly saw that. A cousin killing a cousin, a family member killing the whole house. Boy, it'd be a whole shootout in that bitch, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Boy, nigga, what? Nigga ain't just about to let you, oh, now you HDH. That shit then kicked in. I whip that shit up out your ass. They be quick to blame it on the medication that they taking. What the doctor told them wrong with them. Boy, ain't nothing wrong with you, boy. You the one got checked, and all of a sudden they you HDH, you ADH, or whatever the fuck it is. Now they think you crazy. All right, I'm gonna show your ass crazy. You couldn't pull that shit up on my mom or my daddy. Put your ass in the fucking sleeper, bitch. You better go to sleep. Fuck them sleeping pills. I'm gonna put you to sleep. Choke your ass out in this bitch. And I whoop your ass in the process. Now, children could call the police on their mom and their daddy. When they feel uncomfortable, they feel like they too hard on them. Boy, that I'm telling you what my mom and my dad said, but by the time the police come, nigga, I'd have been to do what I needed to do. Cause I brought you in this world and I take your ass out. But you ain't about to run me and send me to no early grave. That was their favorite word. You ain't about to stress me out and send me to no early grave. You can't say that about this new generation. Cause look, you can't parent to these people. Look at how adults acting right now, like the Diddies, the role player, the Raymonds, they got bitch ways, KD, all these motherfuckers who ain't had no father figure. Look how they turned out to be. And they swear to God they smart and they know everything. But they be the dumbest motherfuckers alive, bro. I'm telling you. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the first thing they gonna do, as soon as something go wrong, you gonna kick the nigga out the house. But then you won't call me like they call Trey Daddy. You need to come get him. Cause I can't handle him. No. You thought you can do the job, do the damn job. Don't call me now, cause when I was trying to make him out of a man, you got me kicked out. You called the police, I got kicked out, cause man, you got into behind me trying to chastise my own job. Now we in this motherfucker fisticuffing, stabbing each other up, and no telling what else, throwing hot grits on motherfuckers and shit. And now all of a sudden you want me to come back and play a daddy role when I try to be there. But it's so much confusion and disagreements and oh man, cause you wasn't there from the jump. So why you won't come now? When I was there from the jump, you ran me. You ain't want me to do what I need to do to make sure he was straight. That's one thing I do give my dad props, bro. Even when he separated from my mom, that boy still was around. Still went by his house every weekend. Still knew the other side of the family. These days, bro, kids don't almost know the other side of the family because you got that much animosity towards the baby daddy. Oh, the mama can't see him. The grandma can't see him. Whoever the kid, the auntie can't see him. Because you got beef with me. So you gonna make my family suffer, man? That's not fucking right, man. But real fathers got to deal with that though. My son called me. Well, he ain't called me. I reached out to him because this the first time I talked to him since they told me I was a grandfather, right? So check this out. This is a true story. I said, look, I said, why you ain't calling and tell me you had a granddaughter? I had a granddaughter, you had a baby. Oh, I was gonna call and let you know. Oh, what you mean you gonna call and let me know? Well, when? I had to hear from my sister, your mom, and everybody else. So when you was gonna call and tell me? You only 2.5, 3 hours away from me. I could ride to San Antonio and see you now. You old enough. Now this nigga done got his own house. He got a good job. I'm proud of him. I ain't tripping off that. So the first thing he hit me with, well, Daddy, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's kind of hard right now because the baby mama don't want me to see my kid. I said, well, then what the hell you did? Oh no, we just not together no more. So since we not together, I can't see my kid like I want. You know what I mean? So I got me an off-show job. I do like he said he do 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So I'm like, cool, that's a start. First thing I told him, I tried to tell you that a long time ago because I went through the same thing with your mama dealing with you, especially after Katrina. But now nobody won't listen to me. Now all of a sudden you going through it. Now you calling me, telling me your problem. See, that's the difference. If I'd have had you, not saying I'd have did a better job or whatever, but when you was coming around me, you act like I was just that hard on you. I was talking that bad about your mama, which I was only telling you the truth. or why I couldn't get you at the time, or why I couldn't see you, or you couldn't come see my side of the family. But it was cool for you to stay on your side of the family. I burned my gas to come see you, long as I was doing for you. I don't think that's right. And I ain't about to go put myself on child support just so I can get custody of you when your mom already know what the hell is hitting for. Whenever you needed something, I was always there. Whenever they ever called for me, I could have been in California. I came, got you after Katrina. I was taking food off the table of the family that I was with to make sure my other kid was straight, my son was straight, who was for me. And I'm taking care of my stepkids. And I'm like, man, I always felt like if I could do it for them, I could do it for my kid. But the mama wasn't letting me like be in his life like that. Now all of a sudden he grown. Now everybody calling me. You need to come get him. I can't take care of him. He getting too old. He don't want to listen. Nah, when I try to be in his life, y'all ain't want me to come get him. When I try to come get him, y'all act like that's the only side of the family that he had. So y'all keep that same fucking energy. Y'all ain't about to stress me out over nothing that I have no control over when I know I'm trying my best to be in this dude's life. But because you stuck in your ways and you got him by your auntie who taking care of him at the time, y'all put that on yourself. Y'all did that to yourself. So don't get mad at me. And he called me telling me his baby mama doing him the same thing his mama did me. I said, well, welcome to the real world, son. You'll be able to handle it. Just don't let it beat you up. Just make sure it don't kill you and do the best you can. Whenever she lets you see your daughter, go get your daughter, spend time with her. I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna make sure you and her straight. But I told him before I hung up that phone yesterday, because that was yesterday, I said, it ain't about you no more, so you better not call and ask me for a quarter. And now if you're telling me about what the girl need, your daughter need, I'm gonna be there for every chance I get. Because it's about these kids. You dig what I'm saying? She can't take care of herself right now. She ain't number 6 months. So don't come telling me about you need the new Jordans or you need this, you want to go to the show with your old lady, send you some money. Nah, I'm gonna send you some pamper money and some white money. I'm gonna buy my granddaughter some clothes, and that's as far as they go. You old enough to work for yourself. You old enough to get your own money now. And I hope you're doing that. That's the best way I can put it. If you ain't doing that, don't call me, ask me for nothing. Because you ain't been calling me and asking me for it when your mama was putting me through all that fucking drama and I was out here losing weight like a cancer patient behind your motherfucking ass. Yeah, it was like that. Nigga, I cried cool nights trying to make sure you was straight. And all of a sudden, you weren't trying to speak up for me. You weren't trying to say you want to go by your dad or go by the other side of the family. But when my grandpa and my grandmother was living, only time you used to call when you wanted something. Oh, I want this, I want that. This came out. Can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? And we was doing it, but we could never get you. We could never spend time with you. But long as you needed something, guess who they had you calling? My side of the family for that shit. But that's just the way the world is, y'all, man. You win something, you lose something, man. If you could be in your kid's life, man, be in your kid's life. Train up a child in the way you should go and you would never depart from it. But how can a father do that? They labeled us as some deadbeats just like all other people. And every father ain't no deadbeat out here, man. I'm here to tell y'all that. Niggas won't be in these kids' life, but when the government have a lot to say so, when a baby mama listening to the government, you can't be in the house because you're on Section A unless you married. It's so many type of stipulations a nigga gotta have for daddy not to be around and all this and that. That shit ain't cool, man. I'm just being real with y'all, man. That's the hard part of being a real father. And you got some old buster niggas out here like don't want to be in these kids like they take the car, take the cab. Man, I ain't never shitted on no kid, whether it was mine or theirs. So why would you shit on these kids like that? These kids ain't asked to come in this world, man. You supposed to be setting an example. Like you supposed to be there. Like I never was the type to be like, no, because they ain't my kid. If I bring my kids something, I gotta bring everybody, all the kids something. I don't give a fuck if you got 10 of them. I made that choice to lay down with you and have these babies with you, knowing you had all these fucking kids. So I feel bad if I bring my kids something and don't bring the other one none, whether I had it or not. That's how I get my blessings. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know about everybody else, but that's how I get my blessings. I'm not about to bring my kid nothing, don't bring the other one nothing, because them kids ain't asked to come here and them kids ain't asked to be in that situation. So I can't do that to them like that. They gonna get what they want. They gonna get what they ask for. This is another thing I learned, bro. We all sisters and brothers under God, but we sure don't act like it. You know what I mean? So I heard a lot of people before they got famous. They used to say, "Well, what you in it for? What's your goal?" Oh, my goal is to get back and do this and do that. But how many of these athletes, superstars, movie actors, and actresses that y'all see give back? They only could give back to a certain amount of people and a certain caliber of people. So why would you deprive these kids of anything? Like if they do good in school, one thing I never try to do is promise my kids something that I knew I couldn't afford for them or give to them when they did handle their business on that level. And I have honor roll students and I'm proud of that. But just had a daughter graduated from senior high, whether she chose to go to school or not. You know what I mean? So it's cool. It's, it was nice seeing that. A lot of graduations. Salute to all the people that's still in the chat. Salute to the ones who had to deal with graduations and their kid walk across that stage and did those hard 12 years. Cause it was hard for me to do it. Like when you in school, you wishing you ain't got to go to school. But see, when you get out of school, you welcome to the real world. You got to work for everything. Now you got to go to work and provide, pay bills and rent. Boy, you wish you was still in school then. I thought about them days a lot, man. I left the bird nest too fucking early, man. I should have stayed my ass home till I got all the way right. But no, nigga thought they was grown. Nigga thought they was ready. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I'm one of them ones that regret leaving early. I'm talking about soon I graduated, I left. Went shacked up with somebody, my first little boy mama, which I wasn't even supposed to be in that situation. But I thought I was ready. I thought I was grown. I thought I knew it all. But I ain't know shit, you feel me? Only thing I don't regret is my son. And I'm being real. And I had my kid when I was 25. It wasn't no 15, 14, 16, 17. All my niggas, 15, 14, 16, 17, they all had kids. But me, I was the only one that had no kids. And I'm looking at them like, boy, you really got a son out here. Boy, you really got a daughter. Boy, what y'all doing? Boy, what you doing? Like, nigga, you ain't must live your life yet. You just jump right into having a family. Ain't got a job, ain't got nothing. Probably got a little hustle with you or whatever. Got a little bread coming in from doing your little thing on the side. But come on, man. That's the only thing I regret. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, leaving that bird nest early. If I'd have stayed to the point where I could have established myself a little bit more, probably even went to school. There's a lot of options that I had that I know I messed up on. Just trying to be grown before my time. But what they tell you, an average adult don't develop their brain until at least they 25, damn near to 30. So what you gonna do? You got a kid at 15, your mama 30. Your mama, a grandma at 30, she ain't even live her life. She still got a lot of playing clubbing in her. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, keeping it real. Like we messed up, bro. We messed all the way up. I think we the only culture that do shit backwards and then want to point the finger at everybody else. Like I say, if you know right from wrong, it's always you can make it right or change at some point in your life. But some people just don't want change. Some people just stuck. They brainwashed. That's what I call it. They program. And you can't be programmed in this world. You gotta have your own mind. You gotta willing to think for yourself. And if you ain't willing to have your own mind and think for yourself, who doing the thinking for you? Who telling you what to do? Who telling you how to go get your money? When to go get your money? If you can't build that in yourself and tell yourself to do it, who else telling you to do that? That's why you have a lot of people in situations that they're in and on low income housing and stuff like that. Now I know people that had low income housing and they bought houses through it. Is you using it, taking advantage of it? And I know some people that ain't trying to do that shit. Been on housing for 40 years, 50 years since I was a little baby. You still on housing. I swear to God, there is like, what is you doing with your like? You ain't trying to ask these people how to buy no house. You ain't trying. You just love paying that little $40 rent, $50 rent, $100 rent based off your income as rent. But then you won't complain about the living situation. You won't complain about how you doing this or why you ain't got that. Self-inflicted wounds, man. Self-inflicted wounds, bro. And I'm not the type to put self-inflicted wounds on me no more. I'm trying to make it to the point where I can help a next man because I can't take this stuff with me, man. I'm trying to pass on as much knowledge and the skill set and experience that I know so they can be prepared and know how to handle it, even though times do change. Every 10 years, shit change. Y'all see that. What if they had social media in our era? What you think a nigga be doing? I'm just keeping it real. See, by us not having social media in our era, we had to go outside. We had to go play in the mosquitoes. We had to fight the bees. You ever went on a sliding board or a swing set and got stung by bees? Shit, I done felt it all. Like people don't want to go outside. And I ain't gonna lie, my baby's still small. My youngest ones, my daughter about to be 13, my twins about to be 11. So I got the three oldest ones. You know what I mean? They still stuck on the same thing. My my second oldest son, he won't play in the band like I played. So I let him do it. And he been doing good. Like some of them have your genes, some of them don't. Some of them won't follow in the footsteps you had, some of them don't. But support them, man. Support whatever they want to do. Have their back. Like my two youngest daughters, they in the gymnastics. And I'm like, God damn, I ain't never heard of nobody doing gymnastics, like unless I seen on the Olympics. But they really have gymnastic tests and they be flipping and back flipping. I ain't never know how to back flip and they do. And they baby. I'm like, how the hell you did that? You ain't scared you gonna break it? My daddy, they teach us and ooh, I'm like, damn. So just to see them smile because they doing what they like to do or what they want to do, parents gotta support that. My son like to play soccer. I'm like, soccer. But he also say, "Dad, I'm gonna play football like you play football. I'm gonna play baseball. I'm gonna play basketball." I'm like, you got to be in shape to do that. And by my son just coming from like catching seizures and stuff, he done outgrowed it a little bit. He haven't caught one in a while, couple of years. So thank God for that. The medication did work, and the OD get look like he fought it off. And I don't think it's all the way gone, but he haven't caught none in like a year or two, maybe 2 years, and that's a good sign. You know what I mean? But he out there, he be running with him playing soccer. My baby mom be sending me videos of him playing soccer. I'm like, I never pictured you playing soccer, nigga. Like, what made you want to play soccer? But that goes to show you. I'm not here to control your life. I'm not here to tell you, no, you can't do this. Or soccer, they ain't for us, man. They ain't no black person sport. Don't nah, whatever your kid wanna do, support them, bro. Whether it's a girl or boy, support them. But they might, you never too old to learn. That's one thing I do notice, and I'm a firm believer that I'm still learning as I go. So whatever keep a smile on my kid's face, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that for real, for real. So this Diddy situation got a nigga all over the place because you got daughters, and when you watch Cassie go through what she go through, watch all these females go what she go through, you can't sit here and tell me that shit don't hit different. And I be seeing people in the comments trying to help Buffalo and justify why he doing the shit he doing. I'm like, come on, bro. No, he no. What if that was your mom? What if that was your grandma? Your great grandma? You'll be on this bitch talking about, I'll do life. You fucking right. Nigga, don't put your hands on me, man. Don't do that in front of me, man. I never, like, after my first incident with it, that's all it took me. Because I went stood in front of that judge. I ain't gonna lie. The time ain't what scared me. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. It wasn't the time that scared me. What really hit home was this the mother of my kids. I gotta walk the streets with her. So why would I Emus won't see her battered and bruised and I gotta walk the streets with her? Not just that I gotta walk the streets with her. If even if I'm not with you no more and we was to have a fisticuff or get into it, my kids gotta look at you like that every day, cause that's who they stay with. You know what type of questions these kids be asking? What happened to mama face? Why you always fight so much? Why you always arguing over like when kids go to asking questions like that, that shit hit different, y'all. I'm telling you. So now your mind be like, damn, how can I explain this to my kid? Just don't do it. How can I explain this to my kid to the point where I'm trying to justify why I did it? Nah, man, come on, dog. Nah, we ain't doing all that, bro. And I'm being real. Somebody got to be the bigger person. So you got some females that can whoop niggas. You got some females that can't. But whether you can whoop a nigga or you can't, I'm not about to put you in a situation where my kids got to look at you every day because of something that I did. I couldn't keep my composure, hold my temper into the point where I got to put my hands on you, and then my kids got to see you every day like that. No, no, that's embarrassing, bro. For real, for real. I don't care what nobody say. And you should want to learn from that anyway. You know, reflexes is a motherfucker. So when if you somebody hit you, your reflex, all right, cool. But then when you see the damage that you did and how it hurt the family, how the kids look at you different, man, something gotta shake, man. You can't be that type of person all your life. Maybe it's in your genes because your daddy used to do that. You watch your people come up doing that, and you thinking it's cool because nobody never checked you about it, or nobody never told you right from wrong. So you thinking that's the way to go. No, that's not the way to go, man. Like teach these people right, man. Teach these kids right. Reach one, teach one. You know. So whatever they see you do, they gonna think it's cool to do. That's why a lot of stuff I don't do in front of my kids. Never have like that. I send them all, look, daddy doing something right now. I'm smoking a cigarette. This ain't good for y'all. Go ahead, go over there. Whatever the kid. There's grown folks over here. Y'all go back over there, play with the kid, because you know your kid always won't be up under you, like, especially if you do a lot for them. Kids always won't be under their parents. And that's cool. It's just that when it's grown folk time, y'all got all kind of stuff upstairs that occupy your time. Go play with them toys. Y'all got 3, 4, 5, 6 game systems in here. Y'all got tablets. Y'all got computers. I don't care what y'all do. It's grown full time. I'm gonna come up there and check on y'all, but y'all just don't be doing nothing y'all ain't no business doing on these social media platforms where it's teaching y'all bad things. Cause you gotta think about this. You down there having a good time. You wanna go check on your kid. People be doing something out the ordinary, trying to touch on other kids and kiss on other kids, teaching themselves how to do certain things. I know motherfuckers don't just go upstairs and check on their kids. I never was that type of person. If my baby mama had to go do something and I'm home with the kids and I know it's 5 of them, I gotta be on hands with them. Boy, I'm on their ass like red beans on rice because I don't need you burning up no house, getting burnt, doing something falling on you. Like my second son, one day I was in the front room playing the game. I was off. So that's what I used to like to do, play the game a lot. But now I just work a lot. I don't want to be playing the game no more because I don't want to always get sidetracked. So he in the room and I was in the front room playing the game. And I'm just sitting there chilling. Now he in there playing wrestling with his teddy bear because he like wrestling. And I ain't tell him nothing. He got the door open because I always tell him keep the door open. So check this out. I done dozed off. The game vibrating on my thing. So I woke up because I had to use the bathroom. So when I got to use the bathroom, I seen the door was closed. but the light was still on. So I opened the door. He jumping off the bed, like like he on a tightrope coming down on a teddy bear and on the pillars and stuff. I'm like, boy, what is you doing up in here? Well, he said, nothing, I'm still playing. I said, bro, it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. You better cut that stuff off and go to sleep. He said, but I ain't sleeping yet, Dad. I said, all right, I'm telling you now. I said, when I go to sleep, you going to sleep. You cutting that stuff off. He got the game paused on the ground. He wrestling with the pillars and the teddy bears, like I say. So I come out the bathroom and sit down. I finished the game off and I cut it off and I just had it on TV, watching some movies. Man, this nigga done threw the teddy bear up. And you know the light cover that go over the light that sit at the top? That bitch done busted, came down there and they killed him. No bullshit. This ain't funny, dog, but he come out that motherfucking room shaking, howling like a nigga done shot him. But I heard when the glass broke, but it was an after effect when he started crying. The door swung open, he still wasn't crying. That nigga ain't bust out crying till he caught eye contact with me and came into the hallway and I seen the blood dripping. I'm like, boy, what the fuck you done did? Boy, I ran in the room, the glass everywhere. I said, man, you about to end up under the job. You feel what I'm saying? So now I don't want my baby mama. I'm like, man, come see what this fucking boy done did. She's like, what he done did? I said, you ain't hear that glass break? She ain't that snoring, calling the sheep, the cows, and everything else. And I'm just sitting there like in a state of shock, like, dog, how did you do this, bro? So he was like, I threw the teddy bear up in the thing, and it hit the cover and it came down on him. I'm like, boy, you could have killed yourself. So now we go to the doctor. He ain't know. At this time, my son was about 6 or 7 years old at the most. I had just had my I just had my 12-year-old. So she was in the bedroom sleep with my baby mom. So I'm sitting there looking. So I was like, man, you want me to bring him to the doctor? Or you gonna bring him to the doctor? Cause I got work in the morning, but I ain't gonna lie. I can't like really like go up in that motherfucker because then I'm gonna miss work. She was like, well then I'm about to get up. You gotta watch your mind and whatever, whatever. I said, well, I ain't tripping off them. I said, I'll stay here, but you should be back by the time that. So he was too young to get stitches. So they squeezed that shit together and put some glue on there. You feel what I'm saying? And put some tape on there. Boy, I'm talking about this nigga looked it like a fucking zombie coming out that room. His whole body was shaking, his hands were straight up like he was walking like he was possessed or something. Like a vampire or one of them Night of the Living Dead people done bit him on his neck or something. The way he was just standing there shaking in a state of shock. And my mind, my first thing came in my mind, but I'm about to break up out this bitch and go with my grandma. I was around the corner. But I said, I can't do that, man. I was about to jump ship. Boy, that nigga scared me. And I know how CPS be. So when she brought him CPS all in the business, well, what are you doing? Where y'all at? And woo, 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 woo. Like, they wanted to lock her ass up for that shit. I was like, man, like, you got to be on hands with these people. And he was the only one of the reasons why I stayed up, because I don't like going to sleep when that nigga be up because of reasons like that. This nigga be gone in the icebox, sneaking cold chicken out, don't want to heat it up, taking the cornbread out, eating it. Then when we tell him, if you hungry, let me know. I'm gonna fix it so I can put the food up. Now I ain't hungry. So when you put the food up and you go to sleep, he done went up in there and took the pan of chicken out, took the cornbread and he done eat. I'm talking about he digging holes in that bed like he just grabbing fingers of that shit, palms, and just eating and slid the shit under the bed. I go in there the next morning looking for some chicken, fix me some red bean chicken and cornbread. This nigga got it hiding under his fucking bed for roaches and rats to start coming in. And boy, I said, look here, bro. I won't tear your ass up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna whip it like Kunta Kinte. I said, but the next time you do that, see, I'm always the soft one. I ain't gonna lie. I try not to whoop the kids, especially when they be under 10, because they don't know. I might pluck them or something, or holler at them, but far as just whooping them, nah, I ain't about to do that. Unless they 10 or plus, 13, yeah, you're a teenager, you getting your ass tore out the frame. But he was so small when he used to do this shit. The shit used to be funny. So he just kept doing. He just kept doing. I told him not to do it. I said, look, I'm gonna whoop you behind if you keep doing it. But by me never touching him, that boy just kept doing it. Every time we cook something good, that boy wait till we go to sleep, and then nigga go in that ice box. He got shit all under the bed. He done hid and shit. Like he just dig up under there. Cause he like to hide under the bed a lot. I'm like, man, what the hell is you doing? So now I done looked under there. He got two more pans under that motherfucker. Boy, his mama done came home. I said, if your mama go off on you, I can't go against the grain. You know, I'm gonna let her tag your ass. I keep letting you slide because I'm soft hearted for you because you my baby and you ain't no teenager or nothing. Shit, boy, my girl came home and whooped the dog shit out that nigga for doing it. That was like his 4th time doing it. And I felt bad. I had to pull off. I said, man, if you don't stop that shit, man, I said, he got it. And I had to tell him, man, you brought that on yourself. I don't want to hear all that sniffling and I told you 4 times already. Stop doing it. But since the nigga ain't never tapped that ass, now your mama to tap that ass. It took his mama to tap that ass for him to stop doing that shit too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mama, soon as mama tore that ass up, I ain't had no more problem with the cornbread bandit, the chicken thief, or nothing. That nigga, look, you eat when everybody else eat. If you hungry and a nigga up, I don't care if you hungry and we sleep. Wake a nigga up. I get up to come fix you some food. I ain't gonna deprive you of no food. But don't go sneaking and shit, put it under the bed and forget it's under there. And everybody get up in the morning trying to fix some leftovers. You got the shit hiding under your goddamn bed like that. Well, my kids are bad as a motherfucker. My oldest son used to do that. Don't eat in the room. Eat at the kitchen table, at the dining room table. Clean up behind yourself. He wait till motherfucker go to sleep. He got chip bags all on the side of the bed, under the bed. Man, let me tell y'all something, bro. I went through so much with my kids. One of my kids wrote a letter and ran away. I'm like, look, the whole time, I never know she fucking left. The whole time, I ain't but know she left. This motherfucker done wrote a note, left his sisters and brothers upstairs, and the fucking ran away. I'm like, I'm looking up, I'm reading that letter. Now I don't want to alert nobody. I'm scared. I don't even know what the fuck to do. I ain't never been through this type of shit. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking. I pulled me a shot. I said, man, where the fuck this girl could be at? Pulled a shot and hit that bitch. I still ain't called her mama because I already know she about to go ham. Man, I had to call. First I called her grandma. I said, man, is you over there? She was like, no. Why? What's wrong? I said, nothing. I'm gonna call you right back. Called her mom. Asia called you? Nah, why? Where she at? Because I told her on leave she been punished because she was punished because she was messing up in school. And we took the cell phone, took the tablet. You dig what I'm saying? The only thing she had to do was watch TV. She was mad about that. She liked to be on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. I was like, man, look, now I'm spooking. I don't want to call the police. So I called her mama back. I was like, say, bro, one Asia here, why? Because I had just got off from work. You dig what I'm saying? So I was asleep. Nigga, I woke up, that girl gone. My kids come downstairs. Dad, I'm hungry. I'm like, what y'all want to eat? Tell Asia come fix y'all some cereal. Asia not here? What the hell you mean she not here? She left this letter. I don't know what it say though. But I read that shit. I'm like, boy, I know you lying. For real? Boy, Lord have mercy. Now she done went hooked up with some of her high school buddies. They had skip out there or something. And school was out. It was around a holiday. I forgot what holiday it was. They was out of school for like a week or something for that holiday. She done went swimming at the hotel with her and her classmates, dudes and everything. I'm like, hold up, hold up. No, indeed, no. Before you even think that shit cool to do, we about to nip that in the bud right now. So come to find out, one of the chicks who be on Facebook and Instagram on her page, she wound up posting where they was. And when my baby mama went in the fucking thing to go see, She biggest cuff on one of the pictures. So that's how we found out what she was. When we went to that fucking hotel, it's buku girls and niggas in there. I said, y'all having a good old funky time in this bitch, huh? I said, y'all mama know y'all up in here? Everybody quiet. You know how you bust a kid and they just be stuck. I'm looking, I want to snatch the fucking wig off her fucking head, but I can't. I'm mad like a motherfucker though. So I say, you know what? I say, look, I'm about to go home. I say, handle this, bro. I gotta get me some rest because you know 5 o'clock gonna come around quick. I gotta get back to work. So that she handled that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, baby mom was a dog. She handled that shit. Police came out and everything. You feel me? And what was said and how it went down, I don't know. But they asked her, do we want to press charges? Press charges on who? Nah, man, it was that fucking serious. Like, we was just trying to find out what happened, make sure nobody ain't kidnapped her. This motherfucker had packed suitcases and had duffel bags. She was straight moving out. Girl, you got 2 more years in high school. Well, really, it was 3 at that time. How bad I wanted to whoop her, because she was a teenager. I couldn't, because that's my baby girl. But her mama did. I said, you whoop the girls, I whoop the boys, because I can't whip on the girls, because I give James Evans ass whoopings out. I ain't trying to go to jail. You understand? And she was like, nah, who gonna rat? I wish they would pick up the phone and call. Man, you don't know how these kids be thinking. If this girl had enough to pull this off right here, I know she called the police. If I jump on there, I'm gonna peel that fucking ass. So I had punished her for like 2 months. I took the TV out of the room and everything. I had ass sitting in that bitch like she was in a cell block. Just look at these 4 walls. Run away again. So I ain't saying nothing. I just let her mama handle the shit, me. Cause I know if I jump on your ass, they going to put me under the jail, put me in a straitjacket. Cause I don't appreciate how you just did that. But that goes to show you, man, you got to be on hand with. When she came home, I straight asked, I'm like, man, what made you do that, man? Like, I just was in here, you was upstairs, and I seen her with clothes on, but I never paid attention to it like that. I didn't think she was about to go like that. So I went in that bitch and I laid down, went to sleep, made sure they were straight. They old enough to watch the little ones. But if something was to happen, just come in the room and let me know what's going on. I'm gonna get up, do what I need to do. But no way, man. I was scared to go to sleep after that. Like I was going to sleep on an all night flight. Like I was in a crack house. You'll never run out this bitch again on me. And if I catch you, I'm gonna choke you out. I ain't lying. This time I'm gonna whoop your ass. But after her mama jumped on her, we had no more problems behind that. And that was our first time doing it. And I was like, damn, it's the first time of everything. So you got to nip that in the bud soon it happened. You can't give them no second or no third time and play around with that type of situation. Because how they abduct the children and all this and that, kidnapping people, man, you won't take no chance with your own baby. So that situation hit different at that time. But it got me prepared and for the long haul, like, so I wasn't really tripping. But man, this world crazy, y'all. Watching the Diddy situation, watching all the stuff that go down with the D Wade and his whatever they want to call him. It's a lot to think about, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna holler at y'all when I get off because I'm at work. Been on here about 2:14. Thank y'all for tuning in. Much love. Know the boy back at you with another slip slapper. And it's all good, man. Ticket, we gonna go live in the morning. I'm gonna text you soon as I get off because I want to talk about something anyway. Much love to all y'all.